As when I used to teach there in the Educational Leadership Department, multiculturalism, I would do our personal history, and one of the things I would share with my young students, that you had messages that your parents told you over and over and over. And the one message that my parents always told me was, get an education, boy, because once you get that, no one will ever be able to take it away from you. And so that's why I continue to pursue education through my doctorate at the University of Missouri in Columbia, because once you get an education, no matter what you do with it, no one can ever take that away from you. And obviously it has benefited me. It has opened doors that I know would have not been open had I not achieved those those degrees. Obviously was the close proximity to my home, St. Joseph, 45 miles up the road. Because I didn't know anyone on the football team, not anyone. I remember when I first got there on that Sunday afternoon, and I was sitting in the Cooper, Douglas, that complex, looking at TV, and a fellow by the name of Jackie Hughes came up to me he was from St. Louis, and he said, "Oh, you must be a football player. You come up to," I didn't know anyone. I just didn't know anyone. But again, I've had enough individuals in my life to say, when you have an opportunity, you need to take advantage of it. And this was an opportunity, and so I was going to keep my mind on what I was targeted to do, and that was to play football and get an education. Because when I went to Northwest, their previous 2 years prior to me coming, they were 1-9. So they were not, they were not a winning program as they have been in the past. They were not, and so I had a friend, Lawrence Lucas, said, when you go to Northwest, you better make sure you get an education when you come out of there. And so those type of things, when people said that to you, it made you think, there's a purpose, you have an opportunity, don't blow it. And so I definitely took advantage of it. Because every degree that I ever sought was never to get another job. It was just to say, hey, I got another degree, because my parents told me once you get an education, no one will ever be able to take it away from you. When I was working on my doctorate at the high school level, they said, you're getting ready to retire. Why do you want to get a doctorate? I said, just so I can see if I could do it. And that was the reason why I did it. But because of that, it opened up doors for me to be able to go to the university and teach. And so again, another great experience because of education. They do have caring professors that will help you, that's not, everyone can't say that. Myself working with students as well as other faculty that I work with there on the campus, we would come in and share different stories about different students, and really our faculty, they would bend over backwards to help students. And you can't say that about every professor that's in a university setting. But they want you to achieve. And one of the things that I know about Northwest, especially in our teacher program, we have student teachers. Schools love to get student teachers from Northwest because they know they have been properly trained and that they're ready to do their job. And I remember when I used to supervise student teachers, I had some of the best student teachers. It made my life a lot easier. It really did. It made my life a lot easier when I could go into a classroom and the people are just applauding the expertise and their work ethic that our student teachers had. And so I think that comes from the professors who are teaching those courses to let the students know we care about you more than just a student number. And you keep our program going because you pay tuition and those type of things. I think that makes the difference, and that's why Northwest has the type of reputation that it has. People know when you say once a Bearcat, always a Bearcat, they know the standard that is expected from a Bearcat. Now again, obviously there's Bearcats that messed up and all, but what you say, hey, when I know that's a Bearcat, I know there are certain things that I can expect because that person's a Bearcat. I know what type of training, what type of education they have from Northwest because they're a Bearcat. You drive around the highway and you see the little N on the back of the pole when you're going down the highway, there's a Bearcat. I think that's what keeps people supporting and want to be associated with definitely quality. And I think Northwest is a quality school, no doubt about it.